Hi, I am M. Jagdish, Associate Professor, CSC Department. Now, in this session, we'll discuss about differences between procedural programming and object-oriented programming. Come to the differences. What are the differences between procedural-oriented programming and object-oriented programming one by one? Now, look at this here. The first, in procedural-oriented programming or procedural programming, the program is divided into a small parts, and we can call those parts are nothing but the function. Basically, in procedural programming, the programming is in the form of a big program, which leads to a complex. So, in order to solve easily, we divide that big program into the parts, and we can call those parts are nothing but functions. We just go to concentrate on the functions to solve the particular task. So likewise, in procedural programming, simply the program is divided into small parts called functions. Come to the another side, that is object-oriented programming. In the object-oriented programming, program is divided into a small parts. We can call those are nothing but objects. Object is nothing but a real-world entity. In order to execute the program in object-oriented program, then definitely we just go to specify the objects. We have to create the objects and we have to execute the program by means of the object only. Without the objects, the program will not execute. So that's why we specify program is divided into small parts and we can call those are nothing but objects. And come to the next one, that is nothing but procedural programming follows top-down approach. That indicates in procedure-oriented programming, the main function is placed on top of the program. So basically, the program starts the execution from main function onwards. So that is nothing much. It starts the execution from top side of the program onwards. Then it executes line by line, statement by statement. That indicates it is going to down statement by statement, which indicates that the procedural programming follows the approach that is nothing but top-down approach. And come to the next one, it is nothing but object-oriented program. So in this object-oriented programming, there is a one more approach named as bottom-up approach. That indicates here, in this particular object-oriented programming, we placed the main function at the bottom of the program. We cannot place the main function at the top. So here we are placing that main function on the bottom of the program. In between, we just go to specify before the header files and this main function, we just go to specify class definitions and member function definitions. So basically here also the program execution starts from main onwards, which is placed at bottom side. Then it moves the cursor control to top side of the program. That indicates it starts from bottom and moves on to the top side of the program, which indicates bottom up approach. So this is nothing but the way which specifies the difference between procedure programming in and object-oriented programming in execution, the way of execution. Now come to the next one, that is nothing but it's related to the access specifiers. In procedure-oriented programming, there is no concept of access specifiers. We are not using any access specifiers. Access specifiers means we just go to access the data by means of one particular mode. Here we are not specifying any access specifiers. Come to this object-oriented programming. In object-oriented programming, we have the access specifiers. Those are nothing but like private, public, protected. Based on these access specifiers, there is a restriction to access the data. So in object-oriented programming, we have the access specifiers, but in the procedure programming, we don't have any access specifiers. And come to the next one, adding new data and function is not easy in procedure-oriented programming. It is not that much easy to add a function or to add a data to the procedure-oriented programming. Whereas in object-oriented programming, we can add the data and the functions very easily. We can add any type of data and any function to the program in object-oriented programming in easy manner, but it is not easy in procedure-oriented programming. And come to the one more difference, procedural programming does not have any proper way for hiding data, so it is a less secure. That indicates there is no concept of hiding the data in procedure-oriented programming. Any function can access the data from outside of the main function also. If it is like so, then automatically the security will come into the picture. In procedure-oriented programming, there is a less secure. That indicates any function can access the data. And come to the next one, object-oriented programming. So object-oriented programming, that indicates here, there is a concept of data hiding. Data hiding means we are going to hide the data without proper specifications. The data cannot be accessed. So that indicates we are hiding the data. If we are hiding the data, that indicates ultimately no outside of the functions can access the data. It indicates here we are providing security. We are providing security to the data in object-oriented programming by means of a concept that is nothing but data abstraction, which is hiding the data. So this is a difference between the procedure-oriented programming and object-oriented programming. Now look at the one more, that is nothing but in procedure-oriented programming, there is no concept of overloading. Overloading is not possible. It is an object-oriented feature. It is not like so to overload one function or one operator in procedure-oriented programming. Come to the object-oriented programming, there is a concept of overloading. So it is possible to overload any function or to overload any operator in object-oriented programming. And come to the one more difference. In procedural-oriented programming, function is more important than data. Here, we mainly concentrate on the functions in procedural-oriented programming. So that's why here the function is more important than data. Come to the next one. In object-oriented programming, data is more important than function. That indicates here we are mainly concentrating on the data. We are not less concentrating on function. So that's why we specify in object-oriented programming, data is more important than function. So this is the difference between procedure-oriented programming and object-oriented programming in terms of data and functions. Come to the next one. Procedure-oriented programming or procedure programming is based on unreal world, which is going to develop a program, which is going to define the functions based on unreal world. But whereas in object-oriented programming, this is based on real world. We are just going to specify the real world objects, real world functions, which is going to execute the applications related to the real world. It is going to done based on the real world only. And at last, examples. Under the procedure-oriented programming, we can specify the example programs are nothing but like C, Fortran, Pascal, Basic, etc. And come to the under object-oriented programming, we can specify the functions like C++, Java, Python, C#, etc. So these are nothing but the differences between the procedure-oriented programming and object-oriented programming. Thank you.